What first caught my eye with this image was the perspective of it. I like that it's down below, so you kind of feel like you're looking up at her a little bit. I think that's a really good angle of the image because this woman is obviously going through something, and I think the fact that we are on her level, we're looking up at her, it's kind of like I'm sitting there with her and I'm trying to help her through whatever's going on, but she is like too deep in her nightmare that she's not paying attention to me. She's not dealing with what I'm trying to say to her, and she's kind of standoffish in this image. And I think you can get that from this perspective and the angle. I think that was really very well done. Um, I like the composition and framing of it. I feel like it's kind of excluding some things though. It's excluding the top of the bottle and the point of her foot to the point where like it could be there, so it kind of makes the image look a little awkward because I want to see that because my eye is wanting to. It's drawing over there. It's using these compositional elements to make my eye move towards the end of that bottle or the end of her foot, but there's nothing there when my eye goes to look at that, and I think it's detracting from the image to me. It's kind of a little distracting because my eyes keep going there. So that's an improvement that she could work on when retaking these images, making sure that her framing and including and excluding things are taken care of when she's taking these images. Um, Next, the light. It's basically just the light that's coming in from a window. I don't really see any lights that are like put up in front of her to make it look a little different. Different like shadows and everything. I think this image would look very cool if there was like just light focused in on her. So maybe close the window, get like a flashlight or some kind of lighting, turn off the lights, make it in a dark room. So it's just focused on her because she's obviously going through some kind of um, downhill spiral, or she's in the mood where it's kind of like a nightmare, is what I'm guessing this is going off of, or vices. Um, so I think it would be really interesting to kind of fit it in that light. I think it would really add to the image. The costuming was great. You can tell this girl is maybe at a party. Maybe she likes to party. Maybe she's a very outgoing person. We have the heels on, the leather pants, and it kind of really. And I like the way that the light hits on the leather pants. It's very kind of adds this importance to the subject, and the way that like every the light kind of shines on things that are important, but then it doesn't shine on things that are important. Like we see with the cabinets back here, light doesn't need to be shown there. Like there are so many like that's the lighting is the biggest issue for me in this image, and I think that's like a big thing, and it's an easy change, and so is the composition of um, and framing of the bottle and the foot. Easy changes, but those are really the two big things that's detracting me from this image. So those are the two things I would change, and I also really like the money down here in the bottle cap. Those are just two little details I um, your eye kind of attracts to at the end, and I like that they're on the floor because she was just she didn't know what was going on, so she just threw them on the floor. Um, Overall, the image is good. There's just a little bit of changes that need to be addressed in the next project.